Shante. Thank you for joining me on today's episode of DesignHer TV. Back in the 70s and 80s, your favorite TV shows used to have theme songs. Seriously, there was music, there was a score, it was awesome. Facts of Life, Different Strokes, and one of my favorites, Laverne and Shirley. On your mark, get set, and go now. I love that song. It was all about confidence and making your dreams come true. There's nothing we won't try. Never heard the word impossible this time. There's no stopping us. And that's what I want to focus on today. When things seem impossible, trying is always better than quitting. Keep watching. About 5 years ago, I got an amazing job offer. It was my dream job. Unfortunately, the job was contingent on me finishing a very, very, very long research project. I'm talking about 250 pages. And how many pages had I written? About 20. I had 3 months to finish what it took most people 18 months to 2 years. Impossible, right? Yeah, that's what I thought. But I began to think about my life, my circumstances, and what was at stake if I had quit. If I had said, I can't take this job, or I have to decline this offer because I can't do that research project in 3 months. At the time, I was a new mom. I had an 8-month-old, and if there's any new mothers or any mother watching this episode, you know that when you're a mom, especially in the beginning, there is no such thing as sleep. You are tired, the baby's not sleeping through the night, you are lucky enough just to find clothes that match so that you can get out of the door in the morning. And looking at writing a year's worth of work in a 3-month period of time with a newborn baby, I thought, there's no way. And I had quit. I had given up on myself before I had even attempted it. But then I started to think about my daughter. I started to think about the quality of her life. I started to think about her going hungry. I started to think about what she deserved and what she was entitled to. And I realized I was being selfish. And that's when I made a decision that even if I didn't make it, even if the odds were stacked against me, even if it seemed impossible, I owed it to myself and I owed it to my child to try. And I put the baby to bed at 9 o'clock. And from 9 o'clock to 3 o'clock in the morning, I wrote. Week 1, week 2, week 3. For 6 weeks, I wrote and I wrote and I wrote. Got up to go to my full-time job and came home, played with the baby, gave her a bath, fed her, put her to sleep, and wrote. And I did that routine day in and day out. There were no weekends, there were no family gatherings. And on the 4th of July, 2008, I became Dr. Shanté Bishop. Why? Because I tried. Everybody said, Shante, there's no way. Shante, it's not possible. Shante, you can't do it. And if I had listened to that, if I had listened to the voice inside my own head that said, you can forget that, I wouldn't have the job, I wouldn't have the title, I wouldn't have the accomplishment, and I wouldn't have the knowledge of knowing what I could accomplish when I actually try rather than just quit. So that's what I want to leave you with today. Don't quit on yourself. Don't give up. When you hear something that seems impossible, that seems insurmountable, that seems like there's no way, stop, take a breath, shut down the voice immediately that says, sister girl, it's not happening. Put her off to the side for a minute and do these 3 things. 1, look at what you can do before you start focusing on what you can't do. Even if you don't hit the target, even if you don't hit the goal exactly where you want it to be, you'll still be much further along than if you just said, forget it, can't do it, it's not going to happen. So look at what you can do, look at what you can manage, look at what you can attempt before you say, I can't do it. Number 2, delegate. Ask for help. When something seems impossible, chances are it's more than you can handle alone. There's no shame in asking for help. There's no shame in saying, you know what, if you could take a few hours and watch my child, if you could take a few hours and look at my resume, if you could take a minute and help me, you'll be much further along than if you try to take on the responsibility all by yourself. And the third thing that I want to leave you with is you deserve the chance. A lot of times when it comes to us, we give up on ourselves so quickly. And my story, it was my baby. I saw her life, I saw her future, and I felt so guilty that I would have given up on her life because I was too much of a coward to try. But not everybody has kids. Not everybody has a husband. Not everybody has that other person where the responsibility is on you to take care of them, or the responsibility is on you to be there for them. Sometimes it's just you. And I want you to know that you're enough. All by yourself, you deserve the opportunity. You deserve to see what you can do, what you're made of, show your stuff, and see what you can accomplish when you try before you say, forget it. Because I guarantee you, you'll be much further along and you'll be much happier that you did. Thanks for joining me. I'll see you next time. Bye.